some sentences that I want you to energy,
I retrieve all of my energy,
bound up in
bound up in
my mom walking out of the door
my mom walking out of the door
and hearing the door close
and hearing the door close
and take it to the right place in myself.
and take it to the right place in myself.
Now, after saying that, how do you feel now? Is it still out of 10 or did it come down any?
Oh, almost.
You're at a 9?
Yeah, maybe
Okay.
a 9.
A 9. So what are you still experiencing? Because a 9 is still pretty high.
Yeah, it's still intense. Like it's not as intense, but it's still a little.
So you
It's a
can
little
still feel
bothersome.
it in your stomach.
Yeah.
Still feel that strong feeling in your stomach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Do you, when we were doing it, any other feelings or emotions? That door, walking out the door and the door closing.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try to do the next sentence. So close
Okay.
your eyes. I remove
I remove
all non-me energy
all non-me energy
related to
related to
out the door
my mom walking out the door
and hearing the door closing
and hearing the door closing
from all of my cells,
from all of my cells,
all of my body,
all of my body,
and my personal space
and my personal space,
and send it to wherever it truly belongs.
and send it to wherever it truly belongs.
Moved any or are we still at a 9?
Um, um, it's not as in say a 7, so we're getting there.
Okay. So
I like those sentences.
okay. So you do feel like it is decreasing. Okay. So do you still feel the queasiness and your stomach? And
Not so much the queasiness. It's the image is just there. It's just the image, but like the queasiness, not so much.
Okay.
It's just that image. I think that's
Image.
why.
And so can you still visualize your mom and your stepdad in front of you or how they move? Is it still fading out a little?
A little bit,
So,
a little bit, but it's
so
still
the
there.
picture of them is fading some.
Some, yeah.
Okay.
There's,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so I have another sentence for you. So I want you to close your eyes. I retrieve all my energy,
I retrieve all of my energy,
bound up in all of my reactions
bound up in all of my reactions
to my mom walking out
to my mom walking out
the door
the door
and hearing the door close
and hearing the door close
and take it to the right place in myself.
and take it to the right place in myself.
It has a 7 moved. I was still at a 7.
I'll probably say a 5. So
Yeah,
I'm
a
like
5.
in the middle.
So you're in the middle. Okay. So tell me why is it still a 5? What are you experiencing?
Um, just having a sense of just feeling as we're doing this, like I'm noticing that I'm feeling something different.
Okay.
So abandonment.
You started to feel abandonment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Abandonment.
You still visualizing her walking out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But because it's weird, because it's like tens, but I'm also like exploring that it's some more stuff to it. Like I'm feeling abandoned, and that's probably why the image won't go away.
The image won't go away.
That's probably what it is. But yeah.
So have you had time where you felt abandoned other than your mom? Has it been other incidents that?
And that's where it really started, just feeling abandoned. She was the first person that ever made me feel abandoned and feel like, I'm not worthy of anything, and, just absolutely like left me and brushed me over there. Yeah, she was the first person that I can recall that has ever done that to me. And then of course, like, when I was in my relationship with my boyfriend, around the time when I was at my aunt's house, yeah, those were probably two people in this world that has made me feel like that. Yeah.
So the abandonment, when you think of abandonment, do you still think of her walking out, or is it some other images or some other things you're hearing, or is it anything else, or is it just that same image with her walking out? It's that same
image, because that definitely relates to the abandonment, that she's leaving. She's pushing me once again. She's like walking out on me. Once again, she's pushing me to the side. And yeah, that feeling definitely relates to that image of her leaving right there. Yeah.
Keep the sentences some more and see if we can get that 5 down a little bit more. We try to get it as close to 0 as possible.
Okay.
So if you can close your eyes for me, and we'll start over with sentence 1. I retrieve all my energy.
I retrieve all my energy.
Bound up in. My mom walking out the door.
My mom working out the door.
And hearing the door close.
And
take it to the right place in myself.
I remove
all non-me energy related to my mom walking out the door and hearing the door close from all of myself, all of my body and my personal space, and send it to wherever it truly belongs. All right. I retrieve all my energy. Bound up in all my reactions. To my mom walking out. The door. And hearing the door close. And take it to the right place in myself. Rating. So now how do you feel? Are we still at the 5, or has the 5 come down a little bit more?
It has.
Okay.
Maybe a 3. It's definitely, we're definitely getting there.
Okay. So that 3, what has changed? Can you tell me a little bit what has changed as far as how you feel?
Oh, so much. Like, I'm not feeling that fear that comes over me, like that warm feeling, sensation that I get whenever I'm thinking about the image. I'm not really feeling it in my stomach anymore like that. The image has faded away some, well, more than before we started, definitely. It's more so faded now. And it's just there. It's not like in my face, or as vivid or as alarming as it was. So I definitely feel it faded away. But those are big changes, I feel like.
What about your stomach? Because I know that was a big thing at first. How does that feel? Has that decreased, or has it gone away?
Yeah, it's gone. The queasiness has gone away, definitely. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I know that was a lot, and we talked about a lot today. So what I want to do before we end, we're going to just do what we call grounding technique. And we're just going to do some deep breathing exercises before we end the session, okay? So if you could put your feet flat down.
Yes.
And you can put your hands, rest your hands on your, close your eyes. And we're going to take a deep breath in through your nose. Slow. Through your nose. We're going to go ahead and schedule and do a follow-up session. And we'll meet again in the next week. And we can for me.
No, just thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you again for coming in.